one.
It's Kyle and Joey.
It's Kyle right now. We've done the intro 3 times.
Do you know when it stopped recording?
I don't know when it stopped recording.
What the fuck have you been playing? Just get this out of the way. Go, go, go.
This is amazing.
Fucking World of Warcraft, nothing else. Alf, go.
Not a damn thing. Go.
Joey, what have you been playing? All right, Alf, say later.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So I don't know what's going on with this podcast.
I played a bunch of Tropical Freeze.
It looks like it went.
That music in the game. Mwah.
It went. It just like stopped. Like
Tropical Freeze.
right at like
good.
It's a good game,
right in the
dude.
middle of that conversation. So, have you played the funky mode?
No. I don't like Funky's,
funky mode. Though.
Funky's voice or whatever fucking gimmick that he has is weird. Very effeminate.
Really?
So yeah, like you were supposed to like something like
I'm gonna sit here and watch this thing. Make sure it's not recording.
Funky.
Yeah. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little bit funky.
No, I haven't played with him. I've got to use the control. What? Is the computer off?
No, I was making sure.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
MSI still lit up, so you're good.
It's a fun game. It's fucking hard. Shit, some of the levels are fucking hard.
Dude, you know,
Yeah,
Donkey Kong just in general is fucking
Well,
hard.
Donkey Kong Country Returns was hard. I remember
One,
that. But towards the end, this like mid, I'm like, I'm going to smash my Switch.
Like some of those bosses, they look easy, but they're not
hard.
They're not.
Like
What?
the SNES games are hard.
Yeah, it's true. Country 1 I fucking found tolerable. I played Country 1 enough that I memorized that game. That's why.
Okay.
Now, Dixie's Quest or whatever.
There's Diddy's
Diddy's
Conquest and
That's the one. And
Dixie's trilogy.
is the third one the hardest one?
I mean, it's the one where you have the worst Kong, so.
I like Dixie.
Trixie's.
Or is that Baby?
Baby.
It's Trixie and Baby.
I like Dixie.
Well, yeah,
She's
she's
alright.
busted, so that's the hairspin.
I only pick her in Tropical
I
Freeze.
don't-
Like,
I don't like her
waiting for
because
Diddy, Dixie's to con and got her.
Yeah.
Why do I want Cranky? Why the fuck do I want Diddy? No.
Well, she was just a knockoff.
He plays
of
guitar,
Tails.
though.
Does he? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. You got it now.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about.
He also
I'm gonna try to
sometimes, like,
stitch
drops some
together all the
turntables, right?
nonsense. This is gonna be great.
Did he? Something. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Or was it just a boombox? Might have just been a boombox.
I like the idle animation. He plays the Switch.
Oh yeah.
And then if you have Diddy, he'll hand him the Joy-Cons and he'll play together.
That's cute.
He hands him one and you got one. I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool.
Boop.
Because the 3DS was the same way. Like,
Yeah.
it was the same thing. Yeah, that's all I played. I really have not played.
Conquer would pull out a Game Boy.
Would he?
Yeah, if you leave Conquer idle for long enough, he'd pull a Game Boy out. I think he played like Mortal Kombat or something.
I miss the days of idle animations. Like, it was always like, I used to do that a lot. Just leave the game and think, oh, I wonder what he's going to do.
Mario would scratch his head and sleep.
Odyssey, I love that he falls asleep and it's a bird from every region.
Yeah.
So that's something cool. Link stretches
Yeah.
in Breath of the Wild.
He'll swing the sword around a little
He'll
bit.
swing the sword like just practicing like this, but then sometimes he does a stretching like that.
I'm only interested if they tap their feet and look at the screen.
Sonic.
Oh yeah.
No one plays my games.
We're gonna go to the chemical plant zone. I'm gonna drown you. Oh, jeez.
I was doing
I was doing marbles on it.
when he's like
When he's like drowning, yeah. That's it. That's nailed it.
he bangs on the strings, he's gonna die.
So let's do the real
Horrible
intro,
watery
just
death.
because in case this is the saving. It's episode 220, July 23rd. It's Joey.
Thank God. Oh fuck!
This is the third time we've
I'm
done this.
always second,
Is this,
man.
Is this the fourth time we've done this intro?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
sure. Why not?
We've had computer problems out the ass, and I'm really.
This is the
excited
worst
about it.
one.
It's all James Gunn's
It's
fault.
really funny. It's really funny to me.
Keep blaming it.
We're just gonna do like a
Fire
We're
him!
gonna do like a 45-minute show.
Oh, wait,
and
they
it's gonna
did
be
already.
Amazing. It's gonna be amazing.
It's related to Billy Gunn.
No, Tommy.
he's an ass
Tommy
man.
Gun. Tommy Gun. Related to Tommy
Tommy
Gun.
Gun.
All right. So, no one played anything, right?
We just went through that.
I'm just making sure we're
I
clear on
resubbed
that.
to WoW.
I have some news about WoW. Do you want to just get in? I was gonna say since like,
Did you play anything, Joey?
I played.
No, news.
He's about to do the. I played the insurance game.
I played this game. Blah, blah,
I did
blah.
play the insurance game. I was gonna talk about that night.
All right, go ahead.
So that nightmare did last.
I don't think the show knows you did this.
Nobody knows, because we were absent.
We were
last
absent. Okay, so inside where I play my games, where I do the podcast editing, where I do
Where he jerks off.
yeah, that too. Fine, sure, whatever. Anything that involves a computer or a video game system or a TV. I have a small office that used to be a bedroom that I just put my stuff in to kind of keep it safe from my son and various other things.
The hubris.
Yeah. That would be my downfall. So went in there to grab a video game and controller to lend to someone, and I noticed there was a giant hole in the ceiling and water pouring out of it. No,
I say, Christy, was this here?
I say pouring, but it was truthfully like just a drip.
Huh.
But
Is this a feature?
so
It's like a sunroof, right?
if you'd imagine like sitting in a desk and then like a coffee table over to the side where you would like put a drink, right there is where all the crap landed in comparison to where I game and everything. So it landed on like my CRT TV like caught some of the debris. Some of my boxes full of stuff caught some debris. Some of the water was in a storage tub that I was using. So my magic cards got wet.
Hey Joey, what happens to drywall when water hits it and mixes with it?
Drywall. So drywall made from gypsum, when it gets wet, becomes mud, and then when it dries, it becomes like hardened again. So like I have like Game Boy Advances where the drywall slid into the Game Boy Advance slot and I have to like pick it out. And so fortunately the insurance company is going to give me a list so I can like give them serial numbers of all the game systems and controllers and whatever is damaged. We took lots of pictures and stuff like that, so they're gonna work with me on claiming that stuff. We got to do the deductible. So
the best part was, did they do the thing where they were like, we have to consult an expert, and you were like,
no, they're just gonna use their people. But the real bonus here is that I live in a condo and I live underneath somewhat. So this is coming through the roof. So
you get to point a finger.
So I did talk to the owner, and she shifted the thing over to her property manager because she rents out the place that she owns. And the property manager sent over today. Mind you, this was like last week, so this is a week later. No one's come and fixed anything. It was like 4 days to get the insurance adjuster out there, then another 3 or 4 days to get to talk to the lady, then another couple. Then I had to wait over the weekend to talk to this guy to show up. So he comes up there and he looks at it and he's like, I just checked upstairs because we're refurbishing everything up there, and it's bone dry up there. And, I'm like, well, I believe you. I don't have no reason not to believe you. I was like, but, I'm just telling you, like, because it's not me. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not me.
How would I have water running?
Right, exactly. So he thinks that it's from the AC unit, like the coming all the way down through their unit, through the wall into our unit. And, the water just coming down the pipe, kind of like that. And so he's like, yeah, it's really dry in here now. I was like, yeah, it's like I got the fans on it. I've been trying to keep it dry, trying to, keep my shit from fucking shit. I was like,
common sense,
right? I really would just like to get my stuff repaired, and get that ball rolling instead of everyone just sitting around and then just doing what they're doing, pointing fingers. So that's where we are now. Is calling the homeowners association and telling them it's possibly a leak from the roof. And I really just want the insurance company to call me back. They're supposed to have called back by today. They'll probably call tomorrow and start saying when we can get a crew in there. So obviously they need a crew in there to, start boxing up my games. Truthfully, I'm not going to let them box up my games. I'm probably going to box up my games myself and then have them move the boxes into a rental van.
Clearly, yeah.
And then take that to storage. I have to go rent a storage unit to put all this stuff in because I can't keep it in my house.
Right.
Because it's not how my house is working right now.
Yeah.
So that's going to go on. I have, went and bought another fan to keep that kind of dry in there. Like I said, we got to start cataloging stuff, and it's a nightmare just because that stuff's fun. And and everyone's like, "Oh man, I bet you're really bummed." I'm like, "Not really," because like it missed my TV, which is also covered. It missed my computer. It missed my desk. It missed literally $1,000 in magic cards I was going through, and sorting. So I'm really happy about that. Could have went a lot worse.
It's mostly just like a pain in the ass,
right? It's probably like between $600 and $1,200 of junk. And I say junk, I don't mean to say like, oh, your favorite, 2 Game Boy Advances aren't junk, but
right. You're not like using a Game Boy Advance every day,
right? Exactly.
Whereas, like if it hit this PC, it'd be like,
right. I'm not out anything immediate, or anything. I'm saying I can get those things replaced. It was a bunch of I like the cables, extra cables that I keep around for N64s and computers and things like that, and power cables. There were some odds and ends in there that got hit, but like some of those things I was like I'm pretty sure they'll just dry up and work, because I'm not going to try to argue about how much they should pay me for a Game Boy Advance video player cart that takes an SD card.
Yeah,
like. Like how much is that worth, right? Like
I don't know how you quantify it. Really.
It's how much do these things cost? They cost like $30, but it's worth like 80 now. But it's wet. So, I'm not gonna put it in a Game Boy to test it.
Right?
All these Magic cards are worth nothing, but I'm not gonna tell you they're worth nothing. I'm gonna tell you they're worth 10 cents a piece, basically. And you're gonna pay me for 12, like 2,400 Magic cards, 12 to 2,400 Magic cards, at 10 cents a piece, right?
Yep.
And I'm surprised that the insurance adjuster no one's like taking as many pictures as I thought. Like no one's stopping to make sure I'm not like shoveling shit into the fire there. So
well, why would you? I mean, like that's like your shit that like
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're getting 10 cents each a Magic card. Mwah.
Yeah.
You guys are dumb. No one's buying these lands. But I mean, that's super stressful. So like, trying to look the good of the bad, the good being that like I wanted to put a ceiling fan there where that hole is. So, probably good that this happened now instead of
after you built a ceiling
after
fan.
I put a ceiling fan in there, because then I could have been like,
that could have been a fire.
It could have been a fire,
and an extra 3 feet diameter. Of things
or just
that got
a giant
destroyed.
fan just went.
Yeah,
it's still spinning and fucking it's spinning, throwing water everywhere. It's a fucking nightmare.
It's the Peter copter all over again.
It's just Joey again.
Just close the door. Nobody go in there. It could have been a lot worse. So like, and I'm pretty calm about it. And that's why you have insurances for that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Pay your insurance people, because $1,000 deductible is not bad either. So I was really surprised. I was sweating that. I was like, it's gonna be like $3,000. They're like, no, 1,000. I was like, sweet. So
they're trying to pull the blame away from the neighbors?
No, everyone's pointing fingers at each other. The homeowner for the condo above us, they don't want to say it's theirs. They want to say it's the homeowners association from the roof. The homeowners association wants to say it's coming from the condo. And so like, the long story short is like, it's basically like the contractor's going to show up, they're going to do the work, and then we're going to move into litigation. And then probably like 3 or 4 years now, we'll have some money.
Jesus Christ.
So like, like this is something I've told a lot of people I've learned, and I learned from like my past life, is that like, just because you have insurance or something doesn't mean someone else can benefit from you having insurance. Mm-hmm. So like, the best example I guess, like you and I get in a fight, right? And I punch you in the face and I destroy your freaking jaw. Just like completely destroy it. And you have to get like $20,000 of mouth work done, right? Mm-hmm. But you have phenomenal dental insurance and health insurance that covers all that. Doesn't matter. You can sue me for the entire medical bill.
True.
Sue.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I mean, I may be like, dumbing it down a little bit, maybe a little bit off there, but like, it's insane. So
definitely sue the homeowners.
Well, I mean, that's probably what's going to happen, is because this has been an ongoing. It's fine at this point.
At this point,
really?
I didn't think about it. I just
the fucking AC's on. Deal with it.
But like, it's just basically a
just name this episode. Just don't bother listening. Just
the shit show.
Just put a giant star, like a gold star, says we tried.
At least we tried. All right. So, you guys want to do some news?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. The biggest news that I didn't pull before the internet.
Man,
died.
I heard James Gunn got fired.
No, that is not the biggest news.
God damn it, Alf.
Every time I bring it, something happens.
Did you guys hear about what is happening with the culling too?
Yeah, it got pulled.
Okay, but did you hear how far back that thing goes?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so working off memory here because the internet's down. The culling the culling came out. It was out for about 4 months, and they're like,
"Oh, that Steam game that was a shit show."
Right. So they pulled the support for it, and they're like, "We're working on the culling 2." So a lot of people pre-ordered culling 2, and the culling 2 came out.
It was garbage.
And it was garbage, like broke
garbage.
Like they took all the bad advice that everyone gave them about like how to fix the game and just either ignored it or implemented the wrong way, and so on and so forth. And it was just completely broken, unplayable nonsense. And so you not only have the culling 1, which is not being supported, but also now the sequel culling 2 that's looking really bad. So the development team announced that they were going to pull the Calling 2 off of the shelves, digital shelves, of course, and then start refunding everyone money.
And go back to fucking the roots of Calling 1.
And they were going to take Calling 1 and roll back all the changes that they had made that everyone was unhappy about to a point from a patch that everyone agreed was the game was still good, and start rebuilding the game and database from there. So you're talking about years worth of work. They just drug it right over to the trash. But
don't fucking piss off your game fans.
I mean, but that
don't piss them off.
That takes a lot to say. Like, hey, look,
we fucked up. At least they admitted they fucked up.
They're like, hey, we messed up. We tried something wrong.
We should have never done the Calling 2. We should have stayed to our word with Calling 1.
Right, exactly. So they are
Calling's not a bad game.
Right, they're really isn't good on it. So, all right. What else I got here? My favorite game of all time, Life is Strange, now available on Android. I played a little bit of that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did play it. I didn't play it enough to talk about it, but it plays pretty much the same as the Life is Strange series on the.
You don't say.
Yeah, but it's now tap to play a game.
Congratulations.
Go over here. Go over there.
Basically,
Did you play Costume Quest? I mean, whatever that sequel is.
Captain Spirit.
Captain.
No, I haven't played that yet. I'm saving that up.
It's free, right?
The Captain Spirit is free. Life is Strange Chapter 1 is free, but it's only $10. I definitely recommend going to PC instead of Android route, but if you only have Android, it's totally playable, totally good.
It's a good game. Part 2, not so much, or whatever the prequel.
Before the Storm.
That game.
Any thoughts over there?
Sorry, people are being why isn't the podcast up?
Just telling the internet's down.
I did, yeah.
All right.
Or the podcast was up. What happened? I've gotten 3 messages so far.
All right. Well. All right. Bethesda kind of let it slip out today. You
gotta wait for the Elder Scrolls boy.
No, Fallout 76 beta.
No, they legit said that.
Oh,
we're waiting for that game. That's probably gonna be 2020.
they're talking about the Fallout 76 beta in October. So if you got your pre-orders and you're gonna get in that beta, and that's October is the date on that.
Do I get DLC John Denver?
Yes. Speaking of betas.
Country road.
Speaking of betas.
Take me home.
Betas. If you're
to the place.
I'm just gonna let him go.
Where I'm flown.
He just making more work for me. That's all he's doing. Edit him out. Turn off his mic.
West Virginia.
Oh, you that bird now? Is that what it is?
I got Spurs.
The bird.
I got
meme?
Spurs.
Betas. Open beta for Dragon Ball Fighter Z on Nintendo Switch in August. We'll have new match types. So hopefully they'll fix the lobby and how that
lobby
game
sucks.
The game works.
Lobby sucks.
Well, you know the walk around.
Netcode sucks.
Oh really? I have.
Drops so many fights. Either it just drops matches, or literally everyone I play is a big giant baby and just fucking rage quits.
Really? I don't know. I feel like those kind of games, especially like 2D fighters like that, really would benefit from just doing an 8-man tournament style in game. They're just it's
so there is that. Those are called ring matches.
No. But I mean local.
Nobody does them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, a local one, just where you're
Did you see Japan had cabinets?
I did not see that. That is ridiculous. Are they like the little cabarets, or are they the candy cabs?
Full cabs.
They got cabs?
That's what I said. Yeah, Japan's got cabs.
That's fucking badass.
Razer just put out a Fighter Z stick that is basically an updated Aatrox.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Looks fine. It's more expensive than the Aatrox because it's got fucking DBZ logo going on it, so that's annoying. But it exists if you want it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've come to the conclusion that I'm a controller guy for that game.
So speaking of Amazon Prime Day, some people were reporting that because we were talking about
Amazon we did. Yeah.
Was it not this show? I don't remember which one we're on now. The
third reality.
Yeah, we're way out here. Amazon, or people are reporting that Amazon will let you finance a gaming PC in parts with no interest.
Ooh.
And that you can split it into 5 payments. The downside is they're auto charged. So let's say you're I'm going to use my debit card or my credit card, and it's also non-negotiable, non-refundable. So you're just going to there's no hey, wait a day to charge me. I get paid tomorrow.
Into whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna lock yourself into like paying overdraft fees or something like that if you're like your money situation is a little more fluid. Or
So you can build a PC in 5 payments?
no, you build a PC, they send you the parts,
Yeah, I get
and
it.
then they charge you 5 times.
Oh.
So you build.
Can it be more than 5 or it has to be 5?
It says that it says it's 5. So
7.
the argument here is, of course, that like you can get their Amazon credit card with 0% interest for 6 months, which is basically the same thing. So some people are saying that they like, oh yeah, I got the offer, and other people are saying I didn't get the offer. So your mileage may vary there. So I think it's interesting, especially if you're like me and you're like, oh man, like I can pay for PC parts like 5 times. It's not that hard, but like saving up for 6 months.
That's what I'm at now. I've been like trying to save up for an i7 for forever, and like I literally just like
you just got a credit card.
I got to keep like picking off pieces of that savings every now and again to stay.
That's one of the reasons why I got a credit card for that. It was just like, fuck it, it's just easier to pay the credit card payment than it is to try to store some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a reverse money storage situation. It's just like, I'm just progressively poorer and poorer.
Yes.
I'm just going to be progressively $1,200 poorer over the course of a year. Anything you guys want to talk about from San Diego Comic-Con? Like, I think we talked a little bit about that. DuckTales trailer is the only thing I watched.
Shazam looks good. Aquaman looks like trash.
Oh, yeah?
Teen Titans looks even worse.
Oh, but which one? Is the
I don't know if it looks worse than
Titans?
Aquaman.
It's just Titans, though, right? Is what
Titans, whatever it's called, yeah.
Aquaman looks
Batman.
fucking...
Fuck Batman. Why are you doing the voice?
I'm really excited that everyone's mad about that.
They made it edgy for no fucking reason. Like,
Because
why?
you guys are mad that Teen Titans Go was not edgy. Ooh,
I love Teen Titans Go.
I do too, so everyone else is mad about it.
Yeah, but even
Kyle,
the
look at
comics,
Kyle.
even just Titans, it was
No
fun.
way.
The comics were fun. It's like the only
I don't even like the original show that much.
Wow.
small glimpses of fucking DC that I like was the Teen Titans. And
What about those Hentai Zone parodies though?
Oh. Jesus.
yeah, no, I didn't like it. Aquaman looks fucking weird.
Yeah, it's like a fucking like 90s movie.
Nicole
like
Kidman's his mom,
it's
right?
It's got like fucking like all these like weird one-liner quips, right?
That's
like,
what DC's now. That's what they are. But then at the end, like, redheads, right? My man.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, yeah, scream, Jason Momoa.
Oh.
The only thing that I think is cool is like,
But he's very attractive.
That dude is handsome.
He's a handsome guy.
The only thing that I think is dope is like how they're doing like the underwater hair motion stuff.
Okay.
Like that's actually like fucking
is
cool looking.
But why does it look like a Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper behind him? Like the lights everywhere look so pink and yellow. Like I don't understand why it's so funny.
I think the problem is that like the Marvel universe.
DC doesn't know color. That's what it
The
is.
Marvel universe is definitely set up like
They're like, oh shit, it's not gray.
an expectation of what you expect like a superhero movie to me, and I think that DC needs to find their own way and not try to mimic that as much.
They're just all over the place. Shazam looks really lighthearted fun. Like
People like Supergirl, this TV show.
yeah, Supergirl's all right.
So like they like Flash, they like Arrow, so they know kind of what to do. They just need to like move that into like their movies productions,
Yeah.
Did you see Shazam the trailer?
No, I haven't watched any.
It
of the
looks
trailers yet. I've been
pretty-
pretty. I didn't watch the new Godzilla trailer either. So
Oh, I did watch that.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, there's a lot of fucking heft there, boy.
Yeah.
Ooh, look good, boy.
so I read about it and like I was like, oh, cool.
Live the king.
I kind
All
of
the heavy hitters are there.
I kind of feel about Godzilla the way I feel about like King Kong. They run a real risk of ruining something very simple. And then like did you finally see Skull Island?
No, I don't have no desire to see King Kong.
You should see Skull Island. It's actually good.
So what if I told you that this upcoming movie is the Royal Rumble of...
Yeah, I saw who's in Ghidorah. Ghidorah's in there.
Yeah, guess how it ends? King Kong's gonna show himself or something.
Yeah, maybe.
That's exactly what's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
Mothra's
No, the
there.
kaiju. The kaiju show up.
Yeah, Mothra's there and fucking...
Raydon, what is his name? The pterodactyl one?
Shit.
We don't have the internet. I
Yeah,
don't know.
King Ghidorah's there. And,
There you go.
Yeah, dude.
What about Ultraman? Is Ultraman there, man?
Fucking, they got
Man there.
Gigantor.
Gigantor.
Gigantor. Big O's there for no reason.
Is Gamera there?
Yeah, I think so.
Because she was petting something and it looked like a turtle.
I think so.
Was the world turtle?
Fucking Mothra like unfurled his wings. I was like, whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Dope.
Was
Fucking
was the
Mothra.
small women there singing?
Come back, Mothra.
All right. Is that where this goes? I think that's where this goes. All right. Did you guys check out that Spider-Man stuff that came out?
Oh, that thing that you were spamming us with at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, Jesus.
Was that Spider-Man?
Ooh, I like Spider-Man.
No, I'm talking about the fucking PS4 and
Oh
shit.
yeah, that PS4.
That you were like, oh, it's so sweet. And then and then I was like, it's glossy, and you're like, fuck this PS4.
Yeah, all right. So
That's all you got to do to make me hate your console. Oh, it's not Matt. Get the fuck out of my face.
So they came out with a new Spider-Man trailer. They showed off Silver Sable, her little squad. They showed off Miles Morales, Mary Jane, but not
Mary J. Blige.
I was gonna make that joke, but then I
Watson
didn't.
is her original last name, right?
I was like, I'm gonna stay away from that joke because I'm better than that. But then Alpha was like, I got you.
They show
I
her.
low.
Apparently now they're sticking close to what the Marvel source material is, but they are like making some changes. Like Mary Jane works as a reporter for the Daily Bugle now, and it's kind of weird because it's getting like closer to Lois Lane, Clark Kent kind of stuff on that.
That's weird, yeah.
They showed off the Spider-Man's Velocity suit. Did I mention Miles Morales?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it Donald Glover playing him?
No. And then like they showed kind of a little bit more of what's going on in that game. I'll move this away from my face for some reason. So I'm really excited about that. They did show the PS4 Pro. It's red with the big Spider-Man logo on it.
It's silver.
Yeah, and then the controller.
Or is it black?
No, it's white.
Oh, the logo.
The logo is white or silver, and then the controller is red with white accents. But it's super glossy, so I don't know. That might be a no-go.
Nah, the glossy parts of the God of War one, dude, like mine got all fucked up.
Yeah. Alf, any thoughts on that Spider-Man?
On the console or the game?
Both.
Game looks dope.
Game looks dope.
Yeah.
Don't buy limited edition consoles.
What if I sell my limited edition console to get another?
No, I'm super happy. So like I don't
care for limited editions.
fucking-
Unless it's Zelda, then yes.
Listen, this fool. I got something for you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I got my God of War one replaced.
Give me $5.
I got no money right
And
now.
now I just like nervously look at it like on the shelf. Like,
I've just accepted that things are going to get scratched up, and I own them, and it's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, fuck that.
No, it's just fine.
I'm gonna put a decal over it.
I thought about that as well, but it's fine.
No,
All right,
I fucking searched the entire market. There's nobody makes a fucking transparent decal.
No, they don't. You just have to.
Why? What? How? What?
They're like, what are you, stupid? Put something on it.
I'm like,
What are you
a
trying to
fucking
do?
transparent
Trying to
decal.
laminate it? You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Show me the lamination machine.
Let's see here.
It's not outside of the realm of reasoning.
That moves over here with that. That with that. Did you guys see the No Man's Sky next trailer? Where
Boo. Pass.
I will say, when you read news, you sound like Jay Leno delivering his monologue.
Did you hear about this? Did you hear about this?
Hey, did you?
Funny story.
All right. Well, so no one watched that trailer.
Which one? No Man's
The
Sky?
No
I don't
Man's
give
Sky,
a fuck about that.
It's basically they're showing like No Man's Sky is now what you thought it was.
No, they literally went. It's not that bad, guys.
No, they went like, hey, remember what you thought No Man's Sky was? Well, now it is that.
If they changed the game title to No Man's Sky's Redemption,
All right. Well,
I probably would give them
here,
credit.
American Funk on Reddit broke down that like this: multiplayer, team up with small teams of friends and explore the universe together. To include randos,
Who cares?
you can help your friends or hurt your friends. You get shelters or complex colonies. You can race, you can fight, you can customize your appearance. Playable is the game's now first person, third person, on foot or in ship. Better visuals, NPCs.
Wow, everything they
Unlimited
promised
base
on
building.
launch.
Like I said, like it's really there, you know, like and then like, you know, so
If they want redemption,
Red Dead
Right.
Redemption. Okay, go on.
then Mass Effect Andromeda should get a second chance too.
Ooh.
But it's not, and fucking that other game doesn't deserve it either. So nobody buy that shit show game. Show them that you can't
Nobody.
lie to your customer bases.
You can't lie, rush out a game, and then on good faith saying we'll release it eventually. And then how long has the game been out? 5 years? 4? 5 years. I don't even fucking know.
No, it's been like a year and a half.
No, it's not a year and a half.
Yeah, dude. It came out in like 2016.
That's 2 years.
All right. Couple more things. Kyle, I remember how you were talking about WoW, right?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to get to this.
What if I told you that from as of the 8.0 update for WoW, all WoW content that's current up to the newest expansion is free with your subscription. So now, if you like don't have Mist and Pandaria,
literally 2 years, August 2016.
There you go.
Mist of Pandaria. What's the other one? Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah,
we get it.
Frozone's Fun Slide.
They always do that?
I thought they always
No,
did.
they used to do, like, it wasn't all the stuff. Like, some of them you had to buy. Really?
I don't think so.
I remember them.
I'm always current, so like I don't.
I remember them at one point where like it was, you had to like buy.
You always just buy the most recent expansion, then you get everything.
Yeah, that's the way.
No, that's the way. Right, you used to have to buy the most recent expansion to get everything. Now, just like if I joined in, I would have everything except for the most recent expansion.
Oh. Yeah, that's cool.
Right, like right now, like the only thing I wouldn't have is Battle for Azeroth.
Dope. Yeah, that's how you should do it. I think that's how you generate some.
And you can't buy Legion. You can't buy any of those other things.
Yeah, you
right?
just that's how you hook some suckers. Yeah.
Yeah. So, not that it was like super expensive before, but
No,
like,
but that's a good way to handle it. Yeah.
you can just be like, yo, the only thing you got to buy is the new expansion when it comes out. Like,
Yeah.
which everyone else is going to buy anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Yeah, good on them. That's a good business tactic right there.
Alrighty. So I missed this earlier.
Is that all the wild news?
That's all I have in there.
Bummer. All right.
Evo numbers.
I thought you were about to fucking like hit me with some fucking Battle for Azeroth shit that I didn't know about, and I was gonna be like, oh. Sorry. Continue.
Oh,
Yeah.
registration count is out.
you're fired.
For a little number crunch for Evo 2018. I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. Injustice 2, 356 players registered. Guilty Gear Zerd Revision 2, 621 players. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, 1,148 people.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Super Smash Bros. Melee, 1,302 people.
Rest in peace, Melee.
Super Smash Bros. Wii U, 1,303 people. Tekken 7, 1,504 people.
People still play Tekken 7?
Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition, 2,421 people. And coming in number 1, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, 2,530 people.
I do believe.
This is as of 3
I called
days
that
ago.
shit.
From this is user Adam NW.
The Killer Instinct just die?
Yes, it's dead.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so sad.
Doesn't that suck?
That's so
It's
sad.
a bummer. But yeah, it's not played competitively, really.
I think it's dead as far as
Is
competitive.
this
and I don't think
broken
they're-
or like no one?
No,
I think
great
they're
game.
just doing like
Great game. It's just old.
I think
You know
they're
how
just
old that
keeping
game is
the
now?
balance.
Oh.
Old as the Xbox
It
One.
was the first title on the Xbox One. So it was the very first game.
That's sad.
So,
All right.
But it lived a long, illustrious life.
Still a gorgeous looking game.
There was Tommy Wong won a world championship on that
Tommy
one.
was so.
Tommy
No.
Wiseau.
I'm glad everyone enjoyed my game.
Oh, hi, Joggle.
I'm top tier.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
I never break a combo.
I hit Ultra. I swear.
All right. So I mean that's just this information we got there. So yeah, there you go.
I get to rub some fucking faces in
I
it
like
soon.
the fact that Melee and Wii U are
Not
separated
you two,
by
but-
one person.
Fucking, I'm glad
I
Melee's like,
was told very recently by a reputable gentleman that Dragon Ball Z would never surpass Street Fighter, and its debut year beat it.
I would.
Ooh, I
you
get
know,
to fucking
I feel like I would make that argument.
and cultivate some humble pie.
I feel like I would be strong on that argument without having played Street Fighter. Or I mean,
Street-
Dragon
so
Ball
here's the
Fighters.
thing: Fighters is good, and Street Fighter 5 is a bit of a shit show right now. So
Right.
like, if it had been Street Fighter 4, I would have never said
I
that.
also feel like that if Street Fighter 5 was multi-plat, it would probably also be
Probably part of the issue.
probably that too.
Like they were like, yeah, let's release this game that has like fucking 7 dudes in it when
Yeah.
the game released. Like
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5 was just like really hard to get behind.
yeah, all right.
man, what about Infinite?
Yeah, you made the joke. Let's go.
It's dead.
All right. My favorite game.
It doesn't even get one of those. That's like honorable.
Oh, yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah.
It's the scroll of truth where they.
Yeah.
This game sucks. All right. The patch finally came down for Middle Earth Shadow of War. Remove the one update to rule them all with all the bug fixes. I don't know if that's what
they
it's called.
called it?
I don't know what it's called. I have no ability. I have no ability to read. I don't know if that's the headline clipped into this article or if that's what someone wrote. But because like we have no internet, so I can't check.
That's a good
I'm
article.
making sure like user Dat Linus that's
He gets credit for that joke.
even if it's whatever.
Good joke, boy.
Yeah, message us if you want to be on the podcast.
So this is the update that removes all the microtransactions, fixes all the.
No, your show is terrible.
You
There's
guys
no
aren't even
fucking-
streaming. You're not even
You know,
streaming.
Who records 4 times in a row?
idiot.
All right. Well, speaking of, yeah, it's still going.
Are we off? Fuck, I'm out.
No, that's
check on it like
That's
every 5
out,
minutes.
yeah.
I'm looking every 5 minutes. Yeah, so I definitely feel like the boat's way since passed on that, but now that it's going to be, you know, if you pick it up like on a $20 sale or something like that, it's definitely going to make the game a little more enjoyable. That you don't have to like grind into that gold stuff and.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Shadow of War.
Oh yeah,
Took
yeah.
all the microtransactions out, all the buy.
I thought we were still on DBZ
No,
for a second
DBZ,
again, and I was like, dude, who's selling it for $20?
I got
I'll
it right
take
now.
3. Like,
All right. I got a little bit of internet drama. You guys might not be privy to, but I no, I watched this one happen as it went down.
That's bullshit. This is dumbass.
So I saw this start on r/games. Gaze into their the Iris was the one who posted the original article that I saw, and after he or she posted that, I saw like Games Radar and Kotaku and a bunch of people start picking it up, and like it's kind of become a thing now. Basically, he was playing Marvel Strike Force on mobile, which is kind of like one of those. It's a mobile RPG, you know.
sure. It also sounds hard to say.
Marvel Strike Force, yeah, this is really weird. Marble.
Yeah. Marble Strike.
Anyway, so they raised the level cap from 60 to 65. And then, they have some kind of convoluted system to use energy for missions or whatever. And so he's like, a lot of people aren't at 61. So he went to the users leaderboards and saw that a YouTuber whose name is Nightly Gaming was already at 65. And like, he's like, okay, that's just some dude who has a channel. He's like, what about the top players of the game? They're still at like 62 or whatever, right? So he goes and watches the guy's video and he shows that he has this astronomically high amount of energy, over 200,000, where the game only gives you 120.
So
per
like
day.
he extrapolated the data and
Yeah, he was just like-
the amount of time that the game's been out.
Right,
and was
exactly.
like, you cheating, bro.
Well, they're not even that it was cheating, but that he had been put into the development, window where the developers gave him unfettered access to, like, yeah, here's all here's all the energy you need, here's all the premium stuff, basically unlock the system for him that it wasn't going to whatever,
Yeah.
so that he could show off like whatever's being done. So like a lot of his characters were whatever and stuff like that, and like when he got confronted about it, he says, in hindsight, I should have curbed the usage a little bit so as not to raise eyebrows. And not like admitting that like, hey, like I shouldn't be on the public leaderboard,
I just shouldn't have gotten caught.
Right, exactly. So
Man, I kept my heat lamps on the whole time, so I kept growing on my wheat. And like,
Yeah.
they fucking were like, "Hey, why is your power bill so fucking high?"
So eventually after some back and forth and some bad videos and a bunch of drama, he eventually comes out that he's paid influencer, and the Foxnet gave him access so that he could promote the game. But nowhere in his videos did he mention that he was promoting the game. Nowhere did Foxnet say that they made a deal with him to
So
promote
no
the game.
disclaimer.
No disclaimers, no nothing, just out there.
That's
and on top of that, like, you can't climb the leaderboards because he's on top of them all
yeah,
with ill-gotten, currency and ill-gotten whatever, right? So this guy's like blasting ahead of everyone, and like, if you don't think about it, like, you're like, oh well, he's able to do this. Why am I not able to? Am I not spending enough money? Am I not doing whatever?
I don't got the connections. This
Exactly.
is real life all of a sudden. Like,
So, they have since come out and moved. They said they moved his account to the development. They didn't even have a development server, so they're making a development server to move his account and the other accounts that they use, which means that there are other accounts on the leaderboard that are not like real accounts, that are just test accounts
good.
or whatever.
Take them
right?
off of it, and that
Good.
solves the problem
Right.
basically.
So, I mean, there's a little bit of drama in there, but it just goes to one of the things where it goes to show you, like, it's still like kind of the Wild West out there in the mobile market and stuff like that. And like they are trying to get your money. They are trying to not that everyone's out to get you, but they're like you need to be careful about what you see. And like you know. Like that episode of South Park was on recently when I was reading
Freemium, which means it comes from Latin, which means not at all.
Yeah, exactly. Even the devil's like, oh, it's me, the Canadian devil guy. All right. In some Alf news, Alf, how's your copy of Mario Kart 8 looking?
Good.
Really? Who's your favorite racer?
I saw Breath of the Wild Link. Yes, I saw him.
You sure?
The cycle. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that make you feel?
Good.
Oh yeah.
It was an update. It was good.
Yeah. So that's a free update though.
Yeah.
Like the free update, they added the Breath of the Wild.
Why is he trying to make me feel like shit for that?
I think he was just trying to fucking say that it's out.
I was trying to get you to read the news for me.
The only thing that he makes you feel like shit about is that you owe him lunch or something.
Yeah, with my lunch. With my lunch.
Why you gotta feed into his dumb
Alf
shit?
over here had a real bad case of ligma.
Why you gotta bring that up?
I ain't falling for that shit. I heard what happened to Ninja.
Excuse me, that's not even my news. And like,
I know. I'm sorry. I just heard about it today. Literally.
I heard about it yesterday.
I was here when he heard about it, and I was like, it took me like 2 seconds to like, oh, this? Oh, great.
Yeah,
sure.
That's just shitty up, dog. That's all that is.
What's up, dog? I don't know.
Oh, damn it.
What's up with you?
All right.
Ligma.
He's got a real bad case of ligma.
So we didn't talk.
What is that?
Ligma nut.
Oh, jeez. I was trying to avoid
I was gonna let it.
Why not just fucking?
Because it's low hanging fruit. Everyone knows what fucking ligma is.
Oh, because all those YouTube person. Oh, that's what it means.
We got a
they
solid
listen
day.
to our fucking podcast.
We got a solid day. All right. So Octopath Traveler, none of us have picked up played it. I've watched some people play it.
Watch a couple, yeah.
Yeah. I watched Donkey rag on it a little bit.
It's donkey.
He hates RPGs.
He hates fun.
Right, he did say that in the beginning that he does not like turn-based RPGs and random encounters. So like Octopath Traveler is like the king of
the antithesis of the game that he hates.
Yeah, I really like the art style of that game, but we've said that plenty of times. Like I like
that game's fucking beautiful.
Music's fucking
surrealistic,
gorgeous,
16-bit, like 3D with depth.
And then like the actual like art style that the sprites are based off of is like I believe it's the Bravely Default art team. I could be wrong, but like it's really close.
So it's been a little bit hard to find here in the States, but not as hard as it is to find in Japan, where they restocked. Square Enix and Nintendo apologized for the shortage, and then they restocked, and then the restock sold out in 3 hours.
Shit.
Damn.
So
it's not that good of a game, but it's good.
I don't know if you guys have the My Nintendo Rewards, but there's you can pay 50 or 100 coins and get like 8 different
wasn't there a guy though?
There's a guy. You can get the 8 different covers.
Yeah.
So where you can meet a guy.
There's just a guy on Reddit who was like, here's a PDF, fuck off. He's like, I bought them all.
So
I don't give a fuck. Come at me.
This is one of the ones that I thought was interesting. Nintendo has been taking down ROM sites for mass copyright infringement. And so obviously, they know what you're doing with your SNES Mini and your NES
they
Mini.
know. Oh, they know.
And so like
they had a file in there that was like, keep this place tidy.
Yeah. It's really weird because like they're like, hey, don't do this. Don't use that thing that we gave you to do that thing that we don't like.
That thing that's implicitly designed to do this thing.
But we also didn't make a way for it to sell you anything on there,
That's why the N64 Classic's been delayed.
They're trying to figure out a way
I'm
to figure out
100% sure that we only gave you enough memory for those 30 games.
That's why you buy it on day one, so that and don't touch it until they figure out how to break it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go thing the internet? Hell no. I'm not listening anywhere near the internet. I would say that we with ROMs, go at your own risk. ROMs are only legal if you own the original cart and you're dumping your original one for backup and so on and so forth. And whatever. Just be smart. Don't be dumb. That being said,
shop at smart.
Mine showed up with extra games on it. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, mine had 120 games on it.
Man, that's weird.
Yeah, it's real weird.
Super weird.
Mine had all these weird folders in it.
I had one that didn't even work too. It was strange. My Tales of Fantasia just mysteriously didn't work.
Mine worked? What the hell?
I don't know. Mine didn't.
Weird.
Yeah. All right. I think these are all.
You might not have
Xbox.
RetroArch installed.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
That's exactly what it is.
These are all Microsoft ones. One, if you don't have Xbox Live Gold, fucking buy it. It's on sale for like $40.
There's also.
Microsoft.
Are you talking about that dope ass sale that's happening?
Right, that's
now?
one of the things I was going to talk about. It's part
Sounds
of
fucking dope.
Xbox Ultimate Game Sale. I am not going to go through there and tell you everything that's on
Too many.
there.
There's
But that
way
thing is
too many.
massive.
Go buy Mass Effect.
But Mass Effects are for like $5-6 a piece.
That's a good price.
What else was on there? Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is like $18. Skate 3 was like $5 or $6.
Dark Souls 3 with all the DLC is under $20 right now.
Blue Dragon $7.
I hate Blue Dragon. Sorry.
Well, I'm just saying that's what the Tomb Raider games are. I think like $10.
Like the 2012 and
Yeah. No. Was that 2012? I think it was. Yeah, you're right. Rise of
I know
the
it
Tomb
feels
Raider.
much older. You know what I mean? Like
I forgot
it
that
feels-
game was like was split. So.
Yeah. Came out.
I mean-
360 PS3 first, man.
I would definitely like look into that thing and like one of the things that was on sale like today, and I wish that like check into Marvel's Ultimate Alliance if it's still on sale.
Oh, that's a good one.
The 2-pack is on sale for $15, and it has all the DLC. And rumor is that Activision is going to pull the Marvel license at the end of this month or this year. So that might be a game that you may never get another chance. And
Did they
when
lose
when it's not on sale, it's $60 and it's $15. So
Did they lose the villains?
they remember, they lost the thing for the villains. They couldn't sell the villains, and that's why the gold edition was super expensive, like $60 disc, because it has the DLC on the disc.
But the digital version doesn't have
The
it.
digital version has it all. It's all on there.
Oh,
But it's so instead of making the Xbox 360 version backwards compatible, they just made an Xbox One version and put that on the Xbox One with all the
nice.
DLC. And it's so like you can get them for $10 each or both of them for $15.
Plus, those games are just fun.
They're fun. They're old. They show their age. They're from 2007, 2008. They're a little bit old, but like it's still an arcade brawler game with the Marvel characters you can play.
Yeah, like if you like
$15,
if you like shit like Diablo and
Yeah, exactly.
like those isometric top-down
Exactly.
dungeon crawler type things, like plus that one has like some fun like team up combos and
Right,
shit.
exactly.
Like,
And then you get like where the villains talk shit to each other because like if you have a certain villain on your team, like they'll just talk shit and like,
Yeah.
it's fun. All right, get on that game sale. It's really good.
game sale is fucking intense. Some really bad shit on there. There's also some really bad shit on there.
Yeah, don't buy
but-
everything you see on there, but like do your research. Like if it's a game you're interested in, like and even like
Don't
like,
trust Microsoft reviews because like half the time
yeah,
like
it's their
half
shit.
the time that someone's like I'm giving I literally read a review yesterday that was like this had a perfect 5, so I'm giving this a 1 just to drop its review, just to drop
Right,
its reviews
and then there's
down.
people
It's
like there's one on there is like
What?
there- like I saw one where someone had like it was a terrible game and someone's like never gonna play this game, never played it, you know, just rating it 5 stars to prove that you can rate a game, you know, a broken game 5 stars and never played it.
yeah.
So, all right,
Stop doing that, you assholes.
3 more things. Sorry. Well, technically one's in whatever. All right. Remedy going around showing off Control, their new game. They were approached and asked about Quantum Break or Alan Wake sequels. And they said they are very much on board with doing a Quantum Break or Alan Wake sequel, but Microsoft doesn't want to let them do it.
Huh.
So this kind of spun out of control, and like you know, people were like, why wouldn't they do that? And I was like, you know, Quantum Break was a weird one, like because it was like that part TV, part video game.
I can
thing.
understand Quantum Break not getting a sequel, but like Alan Wake,
I'm
that
pretty
was,
sure
like-
with Alan Wake, they just like there's a lot of people who love Alan Wake, and I'm one of them. So, but like there's a lot of people who have like denigrated Alan Wake into a poor man's Resident Evil. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like you know
that shit's Yoshi's or Luigi's
or
Mansion,
Luigi, even that too. Like, yeah, exactly. You break this thing, you do whatever. And so, like, I kind of feel like maybe Microsoft just saw like they've run the numbers and like put it out there and just like, yeah, the numbers aren't there. You know, say what you want. Like, we're not going to invest more money into something that didn't sell very well or didn't meet our expectations.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, I mean,
I know that Microsoft didn't come out and say
they
that.
gotta find, find the Kevin Smith of developers who's like, I got DVD sales at the wazoo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm pretty sure, like, you know, and then at the same time, like there's also reports coming out that Microsoft is investing heavily in games and game IPs and game companies and things like that. So, maybe Remedy, they want Remedy to do something new and fun, and then like, push them into Alan Wake.
Get a remastered.
Yeah, there you go.
Who the fuck wanted Red Faction Guerrilla War? What is it? Guerrilla Warfare?
Just Guerrilla. Red Faction Guerrilla.
Who the fuck wanted that
Yeah.
remastered? Nobody. That game still looks like shit.
Yeah, but you can hammer a building down.
I know. I love Red Faction for that. I really do. Just give me a sandbox where I can do that. I'll be happy.
Just play Just Cause, man.
So
that's why I do it.
the other thing is 343 got an interview saying that the only BR they're concerned about in Halo Infinite is battle rifles. And then, battle royale being BR.
Yeah.
So I think it would fit. I mean, I think
that would be pretty cool.
Fun, but
50 Covenant, 50 Space Marines.
You've always had Big Team Battle.
Not bad.
Big Team Battle was like one of my favorite game modes in Halo. Just because I love being on like giant, big 25v25 teams of capture the flag or whatever whatever it was.
What's those two games? SOCOM Online and what was the other one?
What?
Mag.
Massive action game. Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right.
They posted some big numbers for that back in that time. Like they were like, "Yo, it can hold 52 motherfucking people."
All right.
They're like one load screen. Like, shut the fuck up.
So here are two things that I'm going to put together, and then I'm going to clarify it. Microsoft teases an all-new Xbox hardware announcement for August, and then that was corrected to hardware and accessories. And then there's a rumor coming out today even that Microsoft is working on two new devices, one called codenamed Scarlet. One is the next Xbox, and the other is a partner device called that is also the next Xbox. So we can talk a little bit about either one. So with the announcement next month, everyone's kind of speculating that it's that Elite controller that we were expecting at E3 that we didn't get, because we've seen it. It exists. We've seen the specs. We've seen the everything. We saw the little 1, 2, 3 switch thing on the compatibility controller. You might, so that's out there. And like, could this be a new Kinect? Unlikely.
I hope not.
Maybe it's a new headset, like the PlayStation Gold style.
Could be their VR unit.
It could be their VR. Even though they said the VR is not coming this generation, they're like next generation on that. It could be any number of things. It could be a tablet. It could be, and something.
I didn't know we had Elite specs.
They have a tunable. Help me out here. The tension on a.
What should I start? Like Elite 2 specs or something?
No, it's what do they call it? Stingray or something.
I'm not gonna derail you. I'm just gonna look. Oh, okay. I see what you do. Yeah,
we talked about that already.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, it could also be the mouse and keyboard support, because there's rumor been going around that Microsoft has been teaming up with Razer to make a new mouse and keyboard that focuses on the Xbox One. The Xbox One. So
that'd be sick.
You could be doing that. And so then, like, it could be this thing which is called the Xbox Scarlet, which is the next generation Xbox, which is two different SKUs. One is your traditional console of a next gen console, much like your Xbox One is now, and then a lighter, cheaper console that works more on a subscription model that is a streaming device. So it runs the games, but it streams the game on the back end. Remember how they described Crackdown was going to be, like the cloud-powered computing and things like that. So that is the rumor for the next generation, is that like the next generation could be partly streamed. And this, I fall back on my same argument every time, is that like those sound like great ideas. A streaming box that you don't have to pay for all the power. But like, what are you going to do about the guy who lives 15 minutes from us right now where we're at, right?
Yeah.
That guy doesn't have 25 down, 10 up. He's got like 5 down, 1 up,
Yeah.
Like, look at here, like, our internet's out right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we would not be able to play.
We wouldn't be able to play anything. Why? Exactly. Sea of Thieves 2. Did you see
Sea
that?
of Thieves DLC.
Did you see that clickbait video that went around for a while? It was like, what happens when it's like Sea of Thieves rare moment capture, never see it again, with the Kraken and the Megalos shark or whatever it was. So basically, the guy he was sailing and he had managed to trigger the Kraken and the giant shark at the same time, and the shark came up to like attack the boat, and the Kraken like slapped the tentacles right across it, and they clipped into it, and it just pushed the shark back under the boat. And everyone's like, "Oh my god, Kraken versus shark!" You know, like all the fucking. And that's all it was. It was really terrible. It was stupid. Go click on it. Watch it. It's like 30 seconds.
I'm not gonna give him the clicks.
So, you know, this Scarlet or Scarlet Cloud, you know, they're supposed to be the same thing, but like it becomes a thing of like, oh, well, where does it work best? You know, Seattle, Los Angeles, New York City, Austin, you know, the big cities, like, you know, and unless you're in these big giant cities, you're paying more and getting like, you know, a traditional box, you know. So I don't know. Like I
still prefer a traditional box.
I would too as well, because like like
change scares me.
This is how like anti whatever I am on that stuff. When I go home, my Xbox is wired to a router.
Yeah, same.
It's not on wireless. It's wired to a router.
Yeah, every time I go to my Xbox, I take the cord out of my PC and put it in my Xbox.
So, like, I don't even trust the wireless. I was like, I got that fucking Nighthawk. You got that Nighthawk? Let me get that Nighthawk. I'm gonna go break his Nighthawk. Rip the antenna off of it.
Why wouldn't you break my
It looks like a
Nighthawk?
spider.
It only has 3.
It looks like a fucking TIE fighter. Like
It's an old Nighthawk. It's not.
Oh, it's not the one that looks like there's one that looks like a dead spider. Like when you ever like spray a spider with like
that.
it's like.
Yeah.
All right. That's all the news that I have, gentlemen. Let's see if we're still recording. Wow, we did it.
Wow, we did it.
It does look like a dead spider.
Oh, yeah. You looked at it. It looks like you sprayed a spider with
It does look like a dead spider.
Good stuff. Obviously, got some more episodes to record. I'm putting this out here now. Run this. Ooh, nice. Run this by you guys. Not this week, but soon. I want to move into personally, not the show, just personally getting back into streaming. And I'm starting to think about like once a week on Saturday nights, doing Saturday night streams. Kind of just, you know, futzing around. One night could be, you know, God of War, or another, you know, whatever, like I was doing, because I need to get back into the practice before November comes along.
Yeah, you gotta do your 24-hour guy.
When I gotta do my 24 hours, and I gotta knock the rust off of playing games in front of people. So I'm thinking about putting a Saturday night stream on. You know,
oh man, we have a guy now. I could actually go with you.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna do it here.
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yes,
last time I wasn't able to do that.
Yeah.
I had to work while you were doing your stream.
Yeah, that's true. We have a guy. Forgot about that. Yeah. All right. Well,
I think let's plan for that then.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to put that on the agenda as a thing.
I think I'm down.
That the point of my making is an open invitation to my co-hosts here to join me, as well as, you know, anyone who you know, reaches out if you want to.
Hope you all like Overwatch.
Might be able to get old Brett on board again.
Right. Well, I'm saying if you know, if you're local, you can come play with me locally. If you're an online viewer and you want to send me a message, I'll be very probably what I'll probably do is mention what I'm going to be streaming on Saturday here on the show, and then we can get together and like
don't kill us.
You know, whatever. Huh? What? What?
I'm saying strangers, don't kill us.
Don't
like,
show
you
up
know,
and murder us. Yeah,
I'd imagine
we're trying to do the most good.
Usually, what I usually try to do on my streams like that is try to play whatever the most recent game is. You know, so like your Call of Duties or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Gross.
Madden. I mean, you know, so if there's a co-op game or a multiplayer game or whatever, we'll sit down and play it for a few hours, and you know,
fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, that's what we do. Is we do it live, just like this one, live to tape. All right, podcast at goldensaucer.net. You know, if we're live, you can do us in the chat. I appreciate anyone who tried to watch us tonight, but the internet did not work with us. That's okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys for being very patient while we recorded 4 times. That was very, very beautiful. I'm really glad. I got to go in and delete the archive now, so that'll be fine. And then this will probably be up tomorrow. So, yeah. And of course, you can send us your questions at our names at goldensaucer.net as well. I think we're coming up on the 5 or 6 year anniversary of this thing.
Damn. Is it?
Yeah, I think it is already. I think it already passed, actually. I think we might when we skipped it last week.
Roll that footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Where's my stream? I put it in right there? Okay, that's what I'll do. Not going to do it.
James Gunn did nothing wrong.
Nope.
Later.